The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movements start from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
Mic check, man. Welcome to the Streets A&R Podcast. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it. Unfortunately, our other host could not make it today. Mommy duties. New mommy, so she getting to it. But she going to be with us tomorrow kicking it. So got a special day today, man. As y'all know, the Sneaker Soiree is around the corner, even though this is going to come out way after the Sneaker Soiree. But we got all our guests here, man, coming straight out of Nashville, Tennessee, right out of Cashville. It's funny because if you see the promo for the event, then you'll see some of the stuff I had to say about these artists, people I done kept up with. I love the energy coming out of Nashville. It reminds me of what Omaha could be if we just start working with each other. You know what I'm saying? But I love what y'all got going on, so I had to make sure I tapped in so we can just start running this circuit. You know what I'm saying? Build a bridge.
Yeah.
We right in the middle of the map. So we done had my guy Chuck before in Omaha touchdown. So we had to go get a couple more comrades to the building, man. So we got across from me, artist extraordinaire. Just found out he played the trumpet in pieces. Punchy and trumpet player. Hey, but we getting it done. AB Eastwood in the house. And say what's up. Yes, sir.
Man.
Then again, we got Omaha native almost now. Just because you been here once, you got to claim the city. You a native. You from here? Hey, you from here? You like, nah, bro. I didn't go to North Eye. That's what you got to tell them. Man, we got my guy Chuck iNDigo back in the house, man.
What it do, man? Little piece of hair grease, man. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And then we got somebody that actually introduced me to the outside of Memphis, Tennessee sound. I remember years ago driving through. We were going to Charlotte, but we were stopping in Nashville, me and my lady, driving through, and we went right past Clarksville. I was like, yo, shout out Tim Gent. And nigga retweeted me and said, what's up? I'm like, shit. I said, either I'm important or he ain't got enough followers. Well, how you see my shit? But no, somebody been following for a long time. Shout out to Anthony. I had to introduce him to your mixtapes.
Okay.
And you better play some of that shit because I don't care what, I'm going to get to it, but there's some songs on there. You gotta perform tomorrow, but
to be more careful.
But yeah, man, he like, I ain't got it, dog. I ain't got it, boss. But man, somebody that just true artistry, just always wanted to connect with, man. We got our guy Tim Gent in the house,
Salute, man. Salute.
Give me some hand claps or something, young guy.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we got.
There it is. See, I thought those was gonna come in and post after all the.
No. We used to shoot this shit live, like. With a switcher, we had the camera switcher and everything. We were shooting live. We figured it out.
Honey.
My man upped the skills, and he like, I can do all that post-production. We good to go. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'll just start out how I feel to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska.
Man, blessed to got here, man. The flight was a little bumpy.
Yeah.
A little bumpy on the way down. Me and Chuck was probably the only black people on the plane.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm nervous.
Probably. But no, it's cool, man. It's cool. I just from coming here, seeing what y'all doing here and seeing the community, I'm excited to be here, man. I'm excited for the soiree. Excited to see how it's gonna turn out, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Chuck, man, your second stint.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with him, man. I don't even know if you remember the first time I came down here when you picked me up from the airport. First thing I asked you, I was like, bro, how'd you hear about me?
Oh, yeah.
The first thing you said was it was this man.
Yeah.
And then my music popped up under his feature thing, so it's like a full circle moment to be here. And then the homies is here too. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
And AB, man, I know you said you've been close, you've been through Kansas City, but coming here, man, how's it feel to kind of branch out? I know you just moved to LA and now you done went from one coast to the other and now you in the middle.
Right.
Yeah. It's tight, man. I'm a history buff, man. So I'm kind of like interested to like look up Omaha because you spoke earlier about like the meaning of Omaha. So I kind of want to like learn a little more about that. And I saw them statues like in the middle of downtown, I guess.
What's the meaning of Omaha?
I want to see what that's about. But it's tight, man.
It's really tight. My native community gonna kill me, but it's a little bit. You said what?
Go against the curve.
go against the current, and it's actually Omaha is kind of like in a valley. So when we talked about weather and bad weather, Omaha gets skipped. It's like almost like a blessed valley to a degree. So we don't get we get snow. We don't get like that stuff you see on the news. We ain't really had. I don't think we had a tornado since I live here. Like it, even though we supposed to be in Tornado Alley. You know, knock on some wood. But yeah, man. So that history of Malcolm X. Being from here. It's a lot here, man. It's definitely a lot here. So hopefully we get out a little bit, you know what I'm saying, explore, show y'all some shit.
Yeah.
Take y'all to the two sides of town. We're going to go north end. We're going to go fuck with the Latinos on the south side.
For sure.
But man, let's get into a little bit of the music and the introductions, man. If y'all could, starting with you, Tim, just tell the people a little bit who you are, you know, how you started out in the music game and what you've been up to.
Yeah, Tim Gent, hailing from Clarksville, Tennessee, based in Nashville. My music journey started in the church. I played drums, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle on the bus, played basketballs on the basketball team, freestyle on the bus type of thing. And my senior year, just started, I really made my first song. I recorded my first song in like sixth or seventh grade. In home ec class, we had to make a commercial. Me and my boy Daniel Page. Yeah, what's up, Danny? He live wasting shit now. He a big motherfucker. But yeah, we did a song, did the commercial. You know what I'm saying? I remember that vividly. I like that. And then my 9th grade, 10th grade year, my stepbrother, he had Fruity Loops, had a program. And my parents split up, so that was when my pops had first got with his old lady. So I ain't even really want to go for real, to be real. But my mom's kind of made me go. And he had the Fruity Loops, man, and we started rapping, started making beats. And then we had a little demo tape. We wasn't handing it out. We just had it. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to that motherfucker. I played it for the homies, though. I played it for my homies. They like, nah, bro. This is not the vibe, bro. Chill. So I put it down for a few years. Senior year, that's when, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, Big Crit, Kendrick, like that whole class, the mixtape era or blog era, they was really going ham. I was inspired by that. Senior year of high school, I was finna go to the military, bro. Work on planes. I wanted to be an engineer. I was like, fuck that. I'm finna rap. Told my mom.
Your mom was pissed.
Mom was just like, nigga, what? Like, I'm finna rap. Trust me. So, started rapping. You know, I went to college, was rapping, moving around, putting out mixtapes, put my first mixtape out after that. And then it was just go mode, and then around 2016, I met Bryant Taylor. Then I met AB, met Zach, met the team, and, we did Life Away From Home. And I feel like that was a real shift. I mean, Clarksville Nights was, I won't skip over that era. Like Clarksville Nights, the mixtapes, all that. But I was like doing a lot of that primarily by myself, up until Clarksville Nights. Clarksville Nights, that's when I first got managers and started moving around like that. But I think when we did Life Away From Home, that was like a real shift for me. When I got to Nashville, when I started linking up with I met Chuck and just all those artists in Nashville, Petty, Brian Brown, G-Slab, list goes on. But just getting into the Nashville circuit, because like in Clarksville, it's different. Like you can't go to a party, go to a show without like violence breaking out. Yeah. Gunshots, fights, that's gonna happen. And when I got to Nashville, I'm like, damn, these niggas just love music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just musical shit going on. Like, not that that's not happening, but I just wasn't seeing what I was seeing back home. So I feel like Nashville is a big part of the artist that I am today.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Gotcha. AB, I know you do a lot. So kind of let the people know what you got going on. Like, what do you do? What don't you do?
Okay.
Get a peer.
Hey, you good? That was hand claps. For my boy.
Ain't got no sound effects for us. Yeah. Give me a laser. He like, nah, I ain't get no laser.
It's too late.
No, they're post. But man, I'm born and raised in Nashville. I started playing trumpet in 5th grade. Then from 5th grade to my senior high school, like I became a pretty accomplished trumpet player, a lot of solo ensembles, I got invited to the White House because of it and stuff. Yeah, I met Michelle Obama and stuff. It was a good time. Met BB King, Keith Richards. It was like a blues thing, but they invited like kind of the best around the country to come. And Michelle Obama, she said something that like it sticks with me today. She was like, "If you're here, know that you're the best at what you do. Don't forget it when you leave." And I was like, "Cool." So it carried me. I went to college, but it really wasn't for me. I met Double A. He's a producer, works heavy like with NBA YoungBoy and stuff. But at the time, he was in college figuring things out. But he was a producer though. He taught me how to produce. This was 2012. I moved. He was from South Florida, so I followed him because he was teaching me. I worked with an early Kodak, like the Institution mixtape and Lil Biggie Pac. I was around and working on that, but I had to leave that situation because it just wasn't for me anymore. So I was down there for about 4 years and came back home around 2016, 2017, and started investing in the homies. Like I said, with Brian Taylor, we went to school together, and while he was in a boy band. And we had told each other that like once these situations expire, like let's lock in. So that time came and we locked in and we just kind of started building. That's where we met Tim. And since then, man, I've been producing, songwriting, music directing, DJing,
Frolicking.
Just whatever the situation needs, man. Like I think Quincy's a big inspiration. Like you really can't pinpoint Quincy in just one thing, like he did what was called. So I was trying to follow those footsteps. So now we out here, man. And happy
birthday today?
Belated, or is it today? I think either today or yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
either today or yesterday.
Chuck, man, it's been a little minute, not too long, but you guys been busy doing a lot of things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fill us in.
Yeah. I mean, I know since last time I had my son, so you know what I'm saying.
Congratulations again, bro.
Appreciate it, fam. So just doing the daddy thing for sure. But then also too, just man, like picking up new creative like outlets. So been picking up the camera, shooting a lot with Tim, shooting a lot with some of the other homies and stuff like that, and just like really kind of like piggybacking off what AB said, like kind of just trying to always like be a value in the room or be somebody who can contribute to the room or to the space. So that's really been me, like just kind of taking a step back a little bit from just focusing solely on music and just like more so being like a comprehensive like artist. I don't want to say creative, but like just being an artist in different mediums has really been my focus lately. So yeah.
No, for sure. Definitely been seeing the work, and with the kind of, for me on the outside looking in, it looks like Nashville has a good synergy with the artists there that are all trying to raise the level together. Like it looks for me, maybe just because I see
Say
y'all
that, yeah.
circle.
Say it again, so the people in Nashville can hear you say what it looked like to y'all outside of Nashville,
Right.
so they can stop having
They can
this
stop
conversation.
What they be saying, because for me,
crazy.
it looks like, because I'll find the artists because they on your project and then they on this project, then I see them, then I'm like, oh, they all working together. That's just what it looked like to me. That's the optics to me. And from y'all also getting more national recognition as a city, as a culture there, especially when you not competing with, but you got a dominant sound in the state from Memphis, but y'all have carved out your own style and lane, which is a more eclectic, more lyrical style of music. That's what I think of Nashville. Like for me, Nashville has a sound. What does y'all feel of that there? Because it sounds like a lot of people there is like, man, we need to work together more.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Can I jump in on that one?
Yeah, please.
I get tired of hearing it. Yeah, and my prerogative is kind of nested where yours is. I see it as you see it. So like, especially when I go to other places, like folks don't work together like that. Like Nashville is the only place I've personally been on a music scene that like the artists are fans of other artists and have other artist friends, and most people who are connected are doing music. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's to me it's more clicky based on like what market I guess you in. So like if you a bartender, you probably hang with bartenders. If you a DJ, you probably hang with DJs.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, you hang with artists. But it's not a thing. I personally have not seen the whole we don't work together thing. But that's like the narrative everybody wants to push, and I personally don't believe it. I just think I see how you see it personally. Yeah.
From my perspective, it's like I do think that we all work together, and naturally you just work with who you think is cold. Somebody put something out that's cold, you reach out to them as an artist, and then they'll peep and they're like, oh hell yeah, you cold, let's work. So that is the energy for sure. But I think the thing that happens from my perspective in Nashville is like the city is kind of split. You got like a lyrical side and like I don't know what Sonics I would put on that, but like you just got more of a lyrical, like you said, eclectic side, but then you got like the super trap shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of the outlets in our community, like the black community or the urban community, a lot of the outlets lean more to the trap side just because of Starlito, Young Buck, shit like that. So they create this divide that just kind of happens naturally, just natural. Like he said, like you a bartender, you're gonna kick it with the bartenders. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make drinks with the bartenders that fucking mix with tequila. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that. So it's just interesting there. Like it's cool hearing an outside perspective of what is going on in Nashville versus what we hear being in Nashville. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's doing this though. It's inclining and it's gradually, people are getting out there. Deja McBride, 2 Live Bree, Brian Taylor, ourselves, y'all brought us here, which is super cool, man. So I feel like it's refreshing hearing that perspective of what's going on.
Yeah. And it's funny because I know Chuck, weren't you just on Starlito's project?
I was.
Oh, you was. I'm like, okay. I'm like, somebody. So it's like almost going against that. Even if it's on purpose or just like, no, you dope. I'm finna work with you. But it's a purposeful. We gonna bridge this. The division don't exist. It only exists because we ain't working together.
Bro, it's crazy because I did so every year Nashville does like a New Year's big bash. They do it all in the major cities, but Nashville gets one, and it was the 50th anniversary of hip hop going into 2024. Yeah, and I did that show, and dog, bro, it was crazy. It was my first time seeing like any sort of negative feedback for real from a group of people pertaining to some shit I got going on. So like it was black people that was outraged that certain artists weren't on the bill. Then it was white people that was like, man, what the fuck is this hip hop shit? You know what I'm saying? So like the Nashville's just really interesting just being there. But I think it's a spot that you can 1,000,000% flourish. Like when it comes to the industry, bro, everybody go to Nashville to get their songs written. Everybody go to Nashville to find musicians. Everybody go to Nashville, and that's across all genres. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a narrative that, I guess if you know, but that's not a narrative that's like pushed for real. But
yeah, not pushed in our communities. Yeah, it's not pushed in our markets.
100%.
But I know that to be true. I've seen it. And speaking on that, AB, since you are also in the songwriting, production, and all that, what have you been able to branch not just out in the hip hop community, but also in the greater markets and work with different artists on that side of things?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I got country records, pop, electric stuff. I enjoy all types, so I do all types, My goal is to bring the access to the business to the hip hop and R&B community, though. I feel like there's a lack of infrastructure for people to make money in what we do in Nashville, which is a big reason why I left, to like establish myself enough to be able to bring some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Just I can grow my portfolio, and so to bring it back to Nashville, to bring other people to Nashville to like spend money and work with the people who I consider like some of my favorite collaborators. Like it's a lot of dope instrumentalists that I work with constantly in Nashville that are on the same level as a lot of people that I've met across the country. But this the example, I work with country artists and producers, and they hesitate to call like a real hip hop producer or like a real soulful guitar player or whatever,
going
and
to get
just
the
try
real
to
deal.
mimic it instead of like, no, like, yeah, come get the real thing. You know what I mean? And so, and I don't think that's something that's going to change necessarily. So like, I'll just change it myself. But it's like you said, it's all available, but the dollar isn't equal. to everybody.
That's real.
And that's something
And
that
to
it has
piggyback
has
off
to
it, I
shift.
feel like that's kind of where the narrative stems from. It's kind of like when you don't know what you don't know, you'll start pointing the finger at the wrong person. It's like, bro, we not each other's enemies. It's like it's the people, the powers that be, quote unquote, that aren't letting you into these rooms, that aren't hitting you up, that's overlooking you. That's like, what's the name? But it's not your like comrade. It ain't your peer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's the thing I see where it's like this fake narrative going around where it's like everybody's stuck up and don't nobody want to work together in Nashville. It's like, bro, I've only worked with Nashville artists my whole
My whole tenure.
whole tenure.
Whole tenure. It's interesting though, because it's like even in the country space in Nashville, they gatekeep their shit from other country artists. Like it's like it's a I won't say it's a group or anything, but like it is a group of hit makers, writers. They keep it in house. They not really looking for a AB who can, like he said, produce multiple genres. Motherfucker can sing, he can write, play instruments, but they not calling him. And then when he did get called, they like took advantage of him, exploited him, and like, you know, had him recreate somebody else's beat, and like this happened way back in the day type of thing. But when we did get in that space, I feel like we kind of got in that door, and it was just so nasty. We just kind of, you know, naturally got out. You know what I'm saying? But I think even having a foot in that door was still like another wall. There was another barrier to get to the other side of, like he said, monetary success.
I mean, you seen how
was
they
tweaking.
reacted to Beyonce's album. You know what I mean? And that was, I mean, I was already, our move was already planned before that one, but like, that, I felt like that was a sign from God to be like, no, like what you're feeling is real. And like even Beyonce is not accepted. Like they won't let that in, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I look at it politically, how Nashville is just a red state. Tennessee is a red state. Nashville's the only blue. So, you know, the rest of the state
For sure.
calls the shots. And if the rest of that state is listening to country, then those shot callers soundtrack is country, and they're not going to change that, you know. And they're not open a lot to like new perspectives. And the fact that Beyonce ain't really did nothing to nobody, and like it's been malicious against her.
a
It's
bigger
like, oh,
fight.
okay,
It's like they forgot
it's a
she's
bigger
from
fight.
Texas. Like I'm from Texas. Like niggas is country for real.
Bruh,
like
boots,
what you talking
they
about?
boots, line dancing.
Very-
They don't, but
Kodak,
also people don't know, like even dress code in some of the places. Like people don't know, like niggas had boots and niggas wear belt buckles and shit.
Nah, for real.
With a tall tee though.
Yeah.
Like it's still a country mix. Like my uncle up the street raised hogs. You know what I'm saying? Like we really country. But they again, and it's her, and it's been an interesting fight watching her, and then watching somebody like Shabuzi, which that nigga's funny to me just because this nigga really flipped his real name based on how, because his name, he's Nigerian. He got a Nigerian singing country. His name is Chibuze. So naturally people in America be like, Shabuzi, flip that shit. But how he had to do he did a hip hop flip, you know what I'm saying, on Tipsy, and got it popping.
bro.
And it's like the rest of the world is more accepting than probably those epicenters like Nashville. Like, no, we country. That ain't country because we country. So they pushing away like the Tanner Adales and all that shit.
Yeah. Have you heard of what's my boy Breland? Have you heard of Breland?
I haven't. You gonna have to put me on.
He's a country singer. But he writes all genres. But he popped off. He had a song called My Truck that popped off in like 2020. And like I did a session with him maybe last year sometime, but he was telling me like how he don't get no radio play in America because they say his music isn't country music. So he gets all of he has to go to London to tour, and on the radio they blasting him over there, but he's not accepted in America because he's not country. So I'm just piggybacking off your point. It's like, you know, they just gatekeep.
Yeah, but which is crazy because my homie I went to high school with named Paul Cawthon, he's a rising country star, and his last album is based, the bass, everything is hip hop.
808s.
I'll play it for you later. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, this shit is rap. Like, nigga, just because you twang your voice, nigga, and put a guitar on that bitch, nigga, you rapping. But it's funny. But they let him do it, but won't accept it from the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I had one more question about Nashville. Oh, shit. I was talking to I was down there, so I was talking to the homegirl, Deja.
McBride?
Deja? I think that's her last name. Yeah. one thing we got an issue here that I know y'all. She said y'all got an issue there is just access to venues.
Yeah, over the last few years, it's gotten crazy.
100%.
Like, it was always
more
crazy.
restricted act. Like
Just
Yeah,
like
after the accident went down, it was like you can't,
Yeah.
you can't get nowhere.
yeah,
The pandemic took a lot of the local spots out financially, and like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
like Live Nation came in, swooped in, changed the rules,
yeah,
and it's just been different. We were throwing, we had the opportunity before the pandemic to put on shows that like reflected our ambitions. You know what I mean? Like we got to like put screens up and incredible lighting. You know, we did it. You know, and we did it well. But it was also because of the access we had. Like those venues let us do whatever we wanted on those stages. It was a trust there that I don't even know how we got the trust, but once we earned it, like it was fluid. But when they switched, you know, owners and people couldn't afford it no more, Big Bad Live Nation, man, they don't really give a damn about trust. It's about dollars.
no,
That shit changes.
that's crazy because that's the exact same. When I was telling you about the venue we used to have it at, where you was at, it ain't even no urban acts over there for a year and a half. I'm gonna say urban because you know what I mean. Been 2 black people, but ain't been no urban acts, right? And all our venues have either died. They build in the bigger venues, but there's nowhere for up and coming artists to financially get something that's gonna work for them and actually be able to work a stage that's not literally a hole in the wall.
yeah.
So I wanted to know how are y'all navigating that? Do y'all do more creative shit? Like me, I branch out. Like I said, I done DJ'd upstairs. My next venture is into the museums, like the big museums. It's my next venture. And it's just like, how are y'all navigating the scene and getting creative, whether it's with some cool bars or something like that, like to get your music off and to create that environment again?
I've been like he was saying, there's a scarcity for ways to like really make money, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about what it is that I would like to do, and I found that throwing parties, throwing events, throwing like DJ stuff, but like partnering with hotels. I've been partnering with hotels. So I just did my release party for my single MLB at the One Hotel, and I got a good relationship with the events coordinator there and one of the DJs there, and we all did, me and AB, we put a R&B event together last summer. That was a success. But doing stuff like that, and I'm planning an event right now with a designer. We're gonna do like a fashion show, but we went on Peer Space and found a location, and but I've been partnering with hotels, doing stuff. I've done stuff with Soho House as well. But the One Hotel venture is the thing that I'm really enjoying right now. The party was a real success, and now they want to do something quarterly with me, and so I'm like kind of shifting into like a hosting bag a little bit. You know what I mean? Where it's not necessarily like come listen to me rap, but come experience this vibe we can put together. And I'm gonna play my song. You know, you hear me like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing to kind of counter that.
Yeah, I've been out, man. Granted, I've been a little more out the mix, obviously, because of my kid. But I know back in 2023, the last thing I did was we did like a residency with a dive motel that we had in Nashville. It was during the summer, so we just did it all summer. And it was like every third Thursday of the month, we would have like basically a pool party. You know what I'm saying? Bring people out there. But the thing I'm just seeing with a lot of artists and just a lot of creatives in the city now is just kind of these makeshift, like, you know what I'm saying, pop-up style things where it's like you won't see a lot of, even a lot of musical shows that you do see, you don't see them in music venues. It's kind of like
they putting it together.
Yeah, they done put it together and just made it into something. And so I'm seeing that with a lot of folks just kind of having to like really create their own space.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And tell a friend. Tell a friend, my boy Ivan. He's got a situation where he also does like this almost like this calendar, and he like posts all the events that's going on every week or every weekend in our space. You know what I'm saying? Or even some larger situations. But we did a party together, Blind Barber, a spot called the Blind Barber, and it's like a speakeasy vibe where the front, you walk in, it looks like a barbershop. And you go through a door and it's a whole venue, it's lighting, it's lit. So we did a party last year and partnered with Tell a Friend. And Tell a Friend does a really cool thing that inspires me, and it's like they figure out a way to go outside of using a venue. They'll create a venue, you know what I'm saying, and bring their own bartenders and bring their own alcohol, and like it's inspiring because to me I'm like, oh, y'all making money, you know what I'm saying, and you cutting the middleman out doing it as well. So Tell a Friend is Nashville. It's a few entities out there. That's 2 L's on the Cloud, Love Noise, Inner Circle. It's a nice handful of curators that are putting things together and keeping what's my boy he does WNXP with Kazi Loso Cashville's. They do an event,
Nashville Black Market,
the Black Market. So yeah, it's still a lot going on in spite of the barriers and the hurdles. I feel like that's another thing that I love about Nashville too, is it's just got this motherfuckers just be hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers be hustling and working, and whenever, like I said, those barriers and hurdles come, people just figure out a way around it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been consistent.
And just to speak to that too, like something that I noticed with that I feel like does, I guess it may contribute to like the overall like climate or whatever or what's going on, like having to do that as a means to be able to like be self-sustainable. A lot of the times it's like it creates these like kind of like holes in your armor or these chinks in your armor. You know what I'm saying? To where like I always tell people like, don't serve me up on no trash can lid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Did you get that from Stan?
Nah, that's some shit my mama used to say to me. But don't serve me up on no trash can lids. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of the times, we have all these great artists, but like I said, because we can't get access to proper venues and things like that, we're having to create spaces out of nothingness. And so we may be there with, if you had a music show that's at a non-music venue and they done set up speakers and stuff, it's like, well, if the sound ain't really that great and you're at a music show, you're not gonna be able to get the full experience of what we doing. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of the times I've noticed that even then we're like when we're able to get crowds in the room, big people in the room, stuff like that, it's like, man, it's always that thing of like, man, we serving out some of our best stuff up on some bullshit just because it's like we ain't got access to just having a nice venue with some good sound, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I've noticed that like kind of play into each other as well. Like, well, it's hard for us to really show our full strength of what we can do
because you don't got the same tools on the tool belt that everybody else got.
Yeah.
The Hutton Hotel.
Y'all making a pool out of your hands like dude on Instagram.
Nah, for sure with a teaspoon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna fill that motherfucker up though, you know. But I was also shouting out to Live Bree. He's doing stuff at the Hutton Hotel. He's got a consistent thing that's going on, and he's throwing shows for himself. He's putting acts together, R&B. He just did an R&B show where he grabbed all the up and coming R&B ladies and did a show with them. So man, it's like we sit here and, you know, talk about the barriers and the hurdles, but man, folks is rolling, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you noticed that, you know, being on the outside of Nashville, like, nah, stuff is going on there. So I'm appreciative that we are on this platform and get an opportunity to highlight all the things that are really happening. Deja McBride, you was talking about, she going dumb.
Crazy.
Yeah.
She going ham.
Commercials, all types.
Yeah, she's going ham. So, yeah, man, I think Nashville is, like I said, it's just still it's doing that. You know, it's a steady incline, and we got people like AB who are from the city, or we got people like Ron Gilmore Jr. who, I mean, J. Cole just did that Madison Square Garden show. Ron was playing on that. You know, he born and raised in Nashville, went to the same high school as AB. When he tours with Boss, you know what I'm saying? Ari Lennox, like we've got people that are outside of the city that are still working and hustling in their own right, and that it is gonna naturally bring light to what's going on in Nashville, because those people still come home and work
Yeah,
work with us. You know,
That's
so.
what's up. I think I might have met Ron then because I was out here. We was out here kicking it with Boss. He was out here on tour.
Probably did like he black, he talk kind of tall.
Yeah,
Older dude.
Low shave, little buzz.
Yeah, he got the
think
little
so.
buzz cut.
I think so.
When was the Boss show?
It was end of last year. He was on tour with Jungle.
No, he was here for it was
Yep.
Ron for sure.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. And then he had his DJ
With the Locks.
Armand.
At the one.
Armand.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they was super cool people.
Oh, the Locks. You talking about Drew?
Drew. Yeah.
Shout out to Drew.
Yeah.
That's my
Drew
boy.
from Nashville too.
Yeah, he's from
Okay.
Nashville too.
Yeah.
He ain't from Nashville,
Oh,
but he
but he
live in
live in-
Nashville.
We go to the
He's from
same damn church. He
Yeah.
played the guitar at the church.
I play hoops
Okay.
with him on Friday morning, so yeah.
Where y'all hoop at on Friday?
East Park, man. I've been telling you about it.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about no East Park hoops, man. That's
funny.
another story.
Oh man, it's funny because listening to y'all, it sound like Omaha. That's just the same. We in the same boat. I done partnered with bars. We done did poetry events at a bar. Nice bar ambiance. Except when we do stuff here, not just the people take our shit. Venues done try to take our shit. And now they'll fail at it, so it just kind of crashed the scene. Like literally, we done had venues take our IP and try to do it on the same day and do that type of shit. But I'm partnered residencies doing stuff at these other little boutique bars and stuff like that. Yeah, we get it cracking the best way we can too when you're not trying to do a certain style of music or a certain thing. So there's always them clubs, but
I always be a believer, bro, that our struggles are interconnected, bro. Like it's rare that I come across black folk that don't deal with the same shit that other black folk dealing with.
That's why you get on
across the
Instagram, man, and you see a scenario and you be like, man, this is spot on.
Nah, for real.
My boy Lambo talk about kicking the ice under the refrigerator when you drop ice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like,
the one where you talk about his mama, bro, where he steal something from his mama every time he go.
yeah.
Just tell all them folks you just named that's doing all that. Tell a friend in a circle.
Yeah.
Tell the leaders to get together, start pooling money, and go get the venue.
So
That's
you said that, and I literally was talking to Slab about this, bro. But that's the one thing that I feel like I'm just being a realist on. It takes a certain level of trust amongst each other in order to cause I ain't gonna lie, and I feel like we done had to talk about it before, but like artists get weird when money coming to the conversation. Like even when we talk about making money, it just make you, as an artist, it's something about it. It's like folks don't, I don't know. It's kind of, we feel uncomfortable talking about it a lot of times. And I just feel like in a perfect world, yes. And I think it can work, and that is the solution. I just think it takes like moving at the speed of trust. Like there's a trust that has to be developed amongst people, because it's one thing to be like, come cook up in the studio with me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's a whole another thing to be like,
we finna
put some bread on the table, and I got kids at home.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because now you see what I'm saying. So I do think it's like it's a certain level of trust that is being built, that I feel like will eventually result in something like of that magnitude, where it's like you got a artist own or peer own, you know what I'm saying, space.
Well,
But
there's a way to divide it up based on percentage. So percentage in is the percentage you're gonna get out.
Sure.
So if you drop some bread and get out, you still got your percentage of ownership. You broken off, the same way. So if you step off. But I get it. But also it's also not just relying on our peers, but go find some other people out. Some other people.
Funding,
Bro, we ain't here because of my peers.
Right.
I'm not. There's no shot.
that's real. No, that's
but
real.
it's still making relationships, and you like go find the people that believe in what y'all trying to do. They
real.
out there.
They are.
There's gonna be a venue or somebody taking over a space that's gonna be with
That's
it,
real.
and you got to be ready to at least be able to contribute. When you
Act
talk
on it,
about
yeah.
having you in the room, you got to be able to do something. Even if you can't do it, but hey, I can get some people here. You need some people in the room? I can get some people here.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Boom, boom, boom. Like next thing you know, they gonna work with you.
That's how I got connected with one hotel. Like literally, they called us. They was like, "Man, we want to do this idea. We want y'all to." And now it's a thing where it's branched off, and I've got my own relationship. He's got his own relationship, and we. But yeah, I feel you though. Like what y'all doing right here, based on the story you told me about how it transpired. Yeah, that shit. That's how we got society. That's how societies are built. You know what I mean? That's how we have gotten this far as a race, a human beings type of thing. So it's doable. It's doable for sure. It's just about the drive, man, and making it happen.
Yes, sir. And before we get out of here, because it's almost time
Get
to
that
eat.
chicken.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're gonna switch gears real quick. MLB.
Okay.
You sent me a track in 2023. I hit you. It's like, hey, what's that snippet?
Yeah.
I'm finna have a twerk party
Yeah.
during College World Series.
Yeah.
It only makes sense to get a track called MLB.
Yeah.
Play that.
And let them shake
That
that
nigga
ass.
said, here, sent that bitch over.
You said a twerk party. That's all you had to say.
At College World, that shit,
It went up.
we still, bro, it's niggas in the streets talking about it. Like, nigga, we went up on that motherfucker.
Dang, man.
About 1,200, 1,400 people
That's fire.
That's amazing.
going crazy at a venue.
That's amazing.
No fights, which is unheard of in Omaha.
Oh, y'all, they be
That
scrapping
shit,
out here?
nigga, beyond scraps.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is
That remind me of Clarksville, man. That's how Clarksville
yeah,
is.
but to have that event with that many of us in a venue that, unless there's a particular show, it ain't never that many of us in there, and it was stacked, sweating ass everywhere.
That's a beautiful thing.
So that was 2023, and we've been waiting on this damn track
Yeah.
for a year and a half, and now it's out.
It's free.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy right there. Everybody look at him. Right there. He's shaking his head. Yeah. Shout out to my boy. Got something in his hand. Yeah. But yeah, bro. Shout out to AB too, man. AB produced that. Shout out to my boy Case. That was a case of, man, that was an interesting situation, man. So I made the song in 2022. And I made the song, just the version that I sent you, just that first, the hook verse. Hook.
Yep.
And I was like, I couldn't come up with a second verse. I just couldn't. Every time I tried to do a second verse, nothing came. The day this was 2022, yes. So the day that I finally had the verse, I'm driving from Clarksville, going back to Nashville, pulling up on Shorty, and I'm like, okay, I got it. I get to the spot, I plug my hard drive in, and it don't turn on. Hard drive ain't, and all my shit was cracked. I had a cracked version of Logic. I had cracked plugins. Everything was cracked.
That's crazy.
But everything was on my hard drive. So to even access my DAW, I had to plug my hard drive in. But I had a bounce of MLB. So because that happened, and then we go into 2023 starting, freaking Ron Gilmore, he brings J. Cole to Nashville. And he brings AB to the studio, Case to the studio. And then I pull up and I walk in talking shit. It's funny. J. Cole's sitting on the couch. I'm like, oh shit, okay, here we are. But in that session, beer spilled on my laptop.
He was like, it's my moment to break.
Yeah,
We here. We finally made it.
I'm finally,
it's my time.
I'm finally in the
Coors
studio with J. Cole and Modelo. Goddamn Modelo all over the laptop. So I lose everything. And everything I had up until that point. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put this song on SoundCloud, man. Just put it on SoundCloud, see what the vibe is. Put it on SoundCloud. Come back a couple months. My boy Brian Taylor, he called me. He like, hey, bro, that song MLB, bro, it's hard, bro. I just listened to it like 5 times in a row. So I get on SoundCloud and no promo, nothing. It's got like 40,000 plays on SoundCloud. And I'm like, okay, damn. So I see that happening. So I start, and we coming out of 2020, so we coming out of the super content era from COVID, you know what I'm saying? And I start doing videos and start doing lyric videos. I do like 6 of them. By the time I get to the 6th one, my boy Tay Keith, he hit me up. He like, hey, bro, don't drop this song unless you got a radio budget or a partnership or something like that. And me, I'm like, nigga, where the fuck do you get one of those?
What's that?
Where you get one of them, you know? And I take his advice and I just wait. And I got a couple of situations, you know, lined up, a couple of opportunities that, you know, kind of fall through. And in 2024, I inked a distribution situation. Inked the distribution situation, and we finally put it out in 2025. So it was really me holding the song so long is from that advice. It was just like, hey, I believe this song.
one.
Yeah, I believe this song can be really big for you or be a great introduction to the industry for you on a new level. So just wait until you have a situation, and him being in the position he's in, I mean, I took his advice, and I'm glad I did, because we dropped it with some push behind it, man. So yeah, bro, that's the MLB story, man. Shout out to AB, constantly sending me heat, like it just don't stop with this motherfucker right here, man. And it's funny. It's a funny story because he's singing on the hook too. He's harmonizing on the hook.
Oh, he didn't want doing it.
That's yeah. When he did that shit, I'm like, man, I don't know, but I'm glad we kept it.
Right.
That shit hard.
Listen to the engineer. Listen to the music maker.
Hey, me getting dug out. Hey,
Yeah. So, but it's funny though, because when all of that was transpiring, as far as like, don't put it out, whoop, I'm getting like huge producers or hit me up about it and getting love, whatever. I'm like, AB, bro, I need you to sing on this hook. He like, man, hell no. That was really the energy. He wouldn't sing on it at all. We was in the studio with Ron Gilmore, and he was like, man, fuck that, man. Quit being a bitch and just sing on his shit, man. And he did it. He sung on it, and the version we got now is that, man. So yeah, that was a roller coaster getting that record out. And I mean, I ain't dropped music for real since 2020. Did an EP, did a single, but that's it. So MLB is the first
reintroduction.
Yeah, reintroduction and piece of this next project that we about to roll out, man. Change is good, man. So yeah, shout out to MLB, bro.
For sure. I'm just glad it's out. It's like, man, I'm like, damn. But I got a couple tracks for some people that just ain't out. But shout out to the artists that just believe in people just hitting them up old school, like.
Yeah, man.
And as a DJ, I take the old school approach, like play some shit that they ain't got, that they ain't heard. So I'm like, anybody can do what y'all niggas doing.
For sure.
Play something they ain't got. Be where your flair at. So I stay dropping shit. I got a track from D Smoke, nigga. Just
man, that's hard.
Random, just like nigga can't clear that sample. And they got Beethoven sample. That bitch ain't clearing.
Man, shout out to D Smoke.
Yeah,
Crazy.
But yeah, definitely.
I need you to clear some samples too off that Rumor Has It. I know that shit. We
whoever watching this,
they don't got it. They ain't got it.
Okay.
They don't know what it is. They can't find it.
I don't know what this man is talking about. They can't find it.
It ain't no samples on that.
What Rumor Has It? That's just a rumor.
Yeah, that's a rumor,
It's
man.
a rumor.
When you said that on the promo, I was like, wow, Rumor Has It. Like that's early in my career, man. That's like early. So you've been rocking with me, specifically for a while, bro. And I just appreciate what it's turned into. I've never been to Omaha. I've never been to Nebraska. So I'm out here to perform, man, based on you keeping up with what I've been doing, and breaking bread, showing love, hospitality already been amazing, man. So thank you, bro. Thank you for real.
Appreciate it. And real quick before we get out of here, what y'all got individually going on next? Like what you working on, who you working with, and then I want you to tell me. I want you to be prophetic. Who you about to work with? Think about who you really want to get. And like, you know what? I want to try that. If it was a person, a style, a thing. But yeah, what you really got, what you got going on now, and what you about to have going on. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead, B.
All right. July 22nd, I'm with my bro Bobby Gons. We opening for Coldplay in Nashville
Shit.
at Nissan Stadium. So,
He just shit on everybody.
I was like, he should have went last.
excited about that. My first time performing in the hometown stadium.
Bridgestone?
No, Nissan Stadium.
Oh,
So we did like 8 stadiums last year, and it was cool. But to do it at the crib was really special. And man, I'm out west, man. So I'm really trying to tap in with the coast, man. PG Lang, TDE, Ben Staples.
I got somebody needs to get you a hold to. He got a venue that's right on Hollywood Boulevard, but it's right next to the Salvation Army where the homeless people be.
Word.
He outfitted $1 million worth of equipment in that bitch. It's an old theater.
Word.
I went there. He showed me a tour. I'm gonna tap you into him.
Yeah, let me know.
Cool
Super
dude.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I think that's. I mean, then Change is Good is on the way.
Praise God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Praise God.
Inspiration. Who's somebody or what's something you want to get done that you finna speak into existence?
I want to be able to work with an artist, or it could be multiple artists. Like this last year or so, Jim Henson and Walt Disney have become big inspirations to take concepts and be able to build worlds around them, and then be able to build worlds that people can actually visit and experience. I have not seen that with music. I think Travis tried it with Astro World, but I would love to be able to work with an artist and like do a small amusement park with it. Just
Change is good.
you know, whatever God has, you know what I'm saying? But I'm with that. But
Alice in
you know,
Wonderland.
You know what I'm saying? Like really put that together. So that's something that's been on my mind for a bit.
He said he gonna. Said we ain't just trap museum. We gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say definitely Change is Good is what's next for me. And rolling out the next singles. AB produced all of it. And the only other producer on there for real is Tay Keith. So AB, Tay, and my boy Cole is on it. And I'm really excited about the music, really excited about the project and what we're doing. If I think about what I'm speaking in existence, I would like to work with Doechii. I think that we made some fly shit. You know what I mean? I think what she's doing right now is inspiring. Seeing her do that mixtape she did and do it her way, and there was no like single or nothing like that, and you know take the goal home, and just seeing everything that's happening for her. But I just really love her music, so that's somebody immediately I think of that I am prophetically speaking into existence. Like me and Doechii got a record out.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Chuck.
Yeah, man. Short films, more documentaries, more visual stuff. I'm going real heavy with the visuals these days. So definitely that's coming up the pipeline. R&B album is my next.
It's finally coming? Because you said that last time you was
Coming
here.
is
You
a
said
strong
that
word.
3 years ago.
So look, I'm not giving like I ain't gonna lie and say I done started working on it, but
it's
that's
on
like
you.
that's my focus. Like
Yeah.
in terms of when I'm ready to get back in there, that's like I'm coming. I'm trying to do some R&B shit. And then who I want to work with, Anderson .Paak, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I just know in my heart of hearts, man. Me and him can make some classic records.
Well, hopefully I get to talk to him. I'm going out there in San Diego.
Yeah, holla at him.
In May.
Holla
I'm
at
like,
Breezy
if I-
Lovejoy for me, man.
I keep telling folks for some reason I look like I'm somebody, so I be getting into spaces that I probably shouldn't be in. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. If I get next to him, I'm like, yo, check this shit out. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man. We got the Sneaker Soiree tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we up.
I got a treat for y'all that's gonna be on my feet.
Okay.
That's specifically because y'all here.
Okay.
So I got something that's specific to y'all.
I think I know what even.
Yeah, you should
What
probably
you
know.
coming with?
Is the
No.
you gotta bleep that out. And
No, I was screaming on the mic. But yeah, man, I got something for you. But
Okay.
I was gonna do outfit change, and I was like, no, I'm not.
I thought about that too.
I was gonna do a fit change.
Yeah.
Once I'm done doing my little thing, I can't wait to get there, man. I know my guy Eddie gonna burn some shit down. Light Pole always bring the heat, and he
Fire.
bringing a live band. So
Oh, fire.
yep,
Dang, I gotta come after a live band?
yep.
Got to be more careful.
We no warning, man. I'm sorry. No warning.
Nah, it's
but
all
yeah,
good, man. I'm excited for the show, man, and just being immersing in some new culture, man, some new vibes, man. I'm excited to see what y'all bring out, man. I'm really excited to perform. So yeah, shout out to the Sneaker Soiree, man.
Yes, sir. Low key. Since y'all here, we gotta do one Nashville.
Oh, Sneaker Soiree in there.
Nigga, this a layup.
That
Bring it,
would
bro.
be
Come on.
dope.
It's a layup.
Music City Vintage
I'm
with
loud.
the collab.
it's
With
a
Easy.
layup.
City Vintage, tell a friend, because
Come on,
he used to do with sneakers and speakers.
Listen,
So that's hard.
Listen.
Let's
It's
do
the
it.
reason why my handle say Sneaker Soiree OMA
Hey, man.
and not just Sneaker Soiree.
Come on, bro.
Like that's why my homie created the insignia, the logo of it that's ours.
Let's make it happen, man.
Let's do
It's
it.
whatever.
make it
I'm
happen.
with it. I'm with it.
Make
So
it happen, man.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir, man. But I appreciate it. Where can the people find y'all at on the web?
You find me at Tim_Gent, like gentleman Tim Gent on all platforms. Tim_Gent.
Yes, sir. You can follow me anywhere at I am Chuck Indigo. That's IAMCHUCK
And then I'm at A.B. Eastwood everywhere, or in your mama house eating all the kids' snacks. You know what I'm saying?
That shit could have went anywhere. Like, I'm in your mama house.
I heard in your mama house. Not even at your mama house. In your mama house.
mama house.
Crazy. That's a crazy article.
That's y'all introduction to my guy. He in your mama house.
Yeah.
Your mama.
I might tell him to say that tomorrow, nigga. I'm in your mama house.
Yeah, say that for sure.
Oh, man. We definitely appreciate y'all coming out, man. Can't wait for this show. It's going to be an amazing time, man. Make sure y'all stay up with us at the Streets A&R Podcast. That's Streets A&R. We on everything but Apple. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, watch, listen, all that good stuff, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We appreciate y'all coming out, man. Can't wait for this, man. Again, thank you, AB, Tim, and Chuck, man. And we going to get up out of here, man. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it. And we gone, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Zach, can you take a picture of us while we like just sitting here? Like candid? It's just cell phone. You ain't got to do nothing crazy. Just a couple.
That's your word.
What's that?
Candy.
Yeah, live in action.
Yeah, what that mean?
It's just off guard. It's like it's not there. You just chilling. So you get a candid photo.
Camera back in the day. Smile, you're on candid camera.
That's candy though. Like
No, it's candid.
CANDID.
Yeah.
Candid camera.
That's the whole time it's been candid camera.
Yeah, bro.
He
Not
said
candy camera.
candy cam.
I know. I was there until I learned, and I'm like, oh yeah, candy makes sense.
Yeah, so like off guards though, like the natural shit.
Wow.
You think of the point of the show is catching folks off guard.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I also thought it was candy camera growing up for sure.
I just thought it was always a treat to catch people off guard.
That's a bar. It's there.
You got that on camera. We keeping that. Sorry for you. It is a treat, but it's the actual other word, my guy. Ain't you a literature major, nigga?
Man, listen, man.
He said, I learned a new word today.
Hey, come on, Dad. He be using it so much.
That's his shit.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.